what the fuck?
And we are live.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, welcome to the Doodle and Chill. This is me, Sim. And
This is at Tinfoil Hat Nick saying, hey, how is everybody doing?
I am Adam AF.
Hey guys, it's Phil from Zade Comics.
And I'm Brandon from Zade Comics.
so sorry about the weird startup. I was just making sure everything was a-okay. I had an error going and I'm like, so we're live. So welcome to the Magic Cup Drop Dead Legs Comics.
Yeah.
Share this out real quick.
So, how are you guys doing today?
Good. Yeah, thanks for having us on. This is awesome. We've been having a blast crowdfunding so far. 5 days down.
Yeah, you guys are killing it. So, I mean, you're over 50% and only in it for 5 days. That's really, really good. That means you did your pre-launch stuff correctly. You should write that down in a book and pass it around to others to help them out or sell it, whatever, But hey.
Yeah, we definitely
that would be awesome.
I was, we've been trying to push the book even before, we had our pre-launch page on Indiegogo. I was getting streams. And even we were on Antonio and Bryce's stream the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, I remember, you super chatting and Ethan's stream and everybody's stream going around talking about Magic Cop." So just to I was doing that to plant the seed in everyone's head, just even subconsciously, viewers watching and hearing super chats about it, and pique some people's interest, and hopefully it worked out for the best.
And you guys had a mailing list too, didn't you?
Yeah. So what we did, and anyone can do this, is go on MailChimp and set up that. And we had that MailChimp mailing list before we had a pre-launch page on Indiegogo. And those basically work in tandem because once you set up your Indiegogo pre-launch page, you could start funneling people into there and they'll sign up through that. They'll get a little bit more information about your book because it's like a preview page. And then you could just download that list and just put it into your MailChimp. So anytime you send out a MailChimp email, everybody from your Indiegogo list and your MailChimp gets messaged.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a valuable and interesting little bit of information that I did not know about that.
Yeah, that's something that Vaughn from Monster MD did. I hit him up about that, and he was telling me about that. So
cool. Yeah. How important was, or how much relevant feedback did you get back from the mailing list just by people signing up? Because I'm always one of those guys who pushes the mailing list for anybody who is getting ready to launch something. One of the first things that I asked them is, do you have a mailing list? Why don't you have a mailing list? You need to set up a mailing list. So how important was that mailing list to y'all to be able to figure out how many potential customers you had versus what you were seeing from other places?
it's hard to say right now because we don't have I've been sending out emails, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we've had one or two people back from the mailing list, and MailChimp is great with their analytics. Like it shows you how many people opened the email, how many people clicked on the link, and all that stuff. And working with Indiegogo and that also, you could see who has backed because we have a special secret tier for members only. You get a free member poster, like print, that comes with the book if you back through our mailing list. So we had a couple people pick that up, but it'll be easier to tell in the next week or so how important that mailing list is. But right now, since it's so fresh, it's hard to tell.
Okay, I understand. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So now that you guys do have your book out and everything, Tell us a little bit about it. How did you build this world? Where did you come up with all this? I mean, there's obviously an '80s Miami Vice feel to it, but how did we get here to where we are?
Yeah, so Brandon and I work for a arcade company. It's the world's largest arcade based in Chicago. It's called Galloping Ghost Arcade, and we do their production work now. So we work on some arcade games, and Brandon and I we share an office at work also. So we're always throwing ideas back and forth, and it just came up. The title just popped into my brother's head because he was thinking of a different game. He couldn't think of the name, so he's like, "Oh, Magic Cop," and then we're like, "That game doesn't exist." And so we basically went off of if Magic Cop, the arcade game, did exist, what would it be? And so we thought it'd be like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, like Bad Dudes, Streets of Rage, Double Dragon, stuff like that. And that's kind of how we came up with the characters. They're kind of like the side-scrolling beat 'em up archetypes. You have like the two guys that basically do the same thing, and then you have the big body guy who is our giant leprechaun O'Hara, and then you have the female character who's faster than everybody, maybe more agile. And then from there, Brandon and I were kind of like working on this on the side, coming up with ideas, different stages, bosses that you'd fight, and the characters just became so vast. We're like, we should, do something with this. It never got greenlit at our studio, so we're like, oh man, this would be an awesome comic book. We came up early on with the idea that it would be very 1980s crime TV show. We're huge fans of Miami Vice, and we made it like this magical world, kind of like Halloween Town, and like D&D, where there's monsters everywhere. So we took these characters that we made and formatted it into a comic story, and having all me being the person that loves coming up with characters, we have a bunch of bad guys and bosses that we want to explore in other stories of Magic Cop after this one gets fulfilled.
Cool. That's excellent. Very, very nice. I like all the nods in here to the classic '80s type stuff. We've got the pink shirt with the white suit. But I like how it's got the flared sleeves, so it's like a wizard's type get up. I like the little attentions to detail in here like that you guys did on the. I guess this is the cover. I mean, it's awesome that you put in that much attention, and it just really shows. So that's really, really cool. Now, I had made a statement to, I think it was Philip, about the Miami Vice drive through the street scene, and y'all actually pay homage to this in the book.
Yeah, towards the end of the book, I think it's in chapter 4. The book is separated into 4 chapters, basically like a collection of issues. So there's a scene where Magic Cop is driving, and it's going to be, pay homage to that "In the Air Tonight" scene from the first episode of Miami Vice, where they're driving in the Ferrari, to kind of like the climax of the story. So we put that in there. We've been playing with ideas. Brandon wanted me to come up with some song that he could turn on the radio. It would be like a Magic Cop specific song. We might do something like that, or it might be a montage. It's definitely going to be a montage of him driving to this climactic ending. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's awesome. I'm glad y'all are doing that because it's like I was saying before the show started, is like when you guys launched Magic Cop, you had both of you standing beside of the Viper, and I'm just like, put on suits, get in Viper, put on Phil Collins, drive through streets at night. I wanted to see that. So thank you very much for that. That's good stuff. Take a look at chat here real quick. We've got Joe Froggo in there saying, hey, what's up?
Hey, Joe Froggo.
Sexy Prince, baby, Sexy Prince. And we got Captain F-Head Square Go. He's saying hail to Froggo and hail to Sim. And then Sim's in there saying hail to Cap and hail Froggo. I'm in there. And Art Shitty's in there. So it's early yet. We actually get on these things, the replays later are the gold mine because it's Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. and people are out doing stuff. Anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit. Now, you guys work for an arcade company. How did that play into this? As far as was there other than the side to side scroller and fighter inspirations? Was there anything else in there that inspired that, or the rest of it was just your own creative endeavors?
From back, let's say like 2011 is really when we started working for the arcade, and then over time we moved into the productions aspect of it. But back in 2011, Phil and I started the Zaid Comics company, and we worked on a comic book called The Silhouette. And because of what the arcade had as far as assets, because the arcade also produces its own video games, they had a green screen studio. And so from that, we were able to film our characters for the Silhouette comic book because it wasn't drawn. It used live actors in front of a green screen. And so we were able to use that, and that kind of gave us that doorway into the comic book industry. Um, just having kind of like that green screen setup, and then not to mention just like being around creative people all the time and having the access to just impossible supercomputers and amazing assets and everything like that. So that we could forward our knowledge and skill level and talents and stuff.
Right on,
Yeah.
man.
Nice.
That sounds quite amazing. Sim, could you change your money from Canadian communist dollars to American freedom dollars, please?
Oh, yeah, I sure.
On your IGG.
Yeah, I forgot that when I went to the private.
Now we give Sim a lot of trash for being for living in Canada, but he takes it all well in stride, as we should. I mean, I'm from the southern United States. I've been called every name under the sun, so it's all good.
Yeah, thick skins.
Yeah,
You got to have a thick skin in comics game, man. You got to be able to take some heat, whether it be from the SJWs or just some friendly fire,
absolutely.
Yeah,
because we do like to give each other shit.
And like me and Nick like to say, if you cannot stop taking yourself seriously for 5 seconds, what's the freaking point?
Yeah.
Enjoy life a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
I
So,
mean,
I'm curious as to your kind of your creative process. Like, your we know of another brother duo creative team that are both the writers. How do you guys approach your projects?
So,
I guess I'll take. What are you gonna say?
all right, yeah, Phil will fill you
All
in
right.
on that one. He
Yeah.
starts it and-
So I mean, the way I write, usually, here's the secret: is you have your idea, you think about it throughout the day, and then you take a really long shower and plot everything out in the shower, and then you run to your computer in a towel and then type everything down. But the way that I mean, we're always we work together, we go to the gym together, and so we have that back and forth of, oh, what if this is going to happen, maybe Brandon wants to draw this, work that into there. And I do full script, so
Do.
we'll shoot nice. So we'll shoot ideas back and forth, and then I'll write it down in a script, and he'll go off of that. And this is the first time that Brandon and I are working together in this, like, off of scripts that he's actually drawing sequentials for, because back in the day we would do, like Brandon said, taking pictures in front of green screens and then panel everything out through that. Brandon would make some assets in 3D programs, but now he's doing sequential art for the book. So how we got started with that is, we did a short story of this, like, other IP that's very cartoony and humorous. It's called Ricky Rouse, and he's like this silent film character that's like slapstick comedy. So I just I scripted out 8 pages for that, and he practiced doing sequentials for that book, and then we went right into Magic Cop. So if you're working with someone that you're close with, that helps a lot because you can almost know what they're thinking at the specific time, and then I think you can be harder on each other because your blood. So I could be like, hey, change this, or he could be like, sneak something in there that he wants to put in there, which he's done on a few of the pages. And I'm like, wow, it actually works, even though it sounded really stupid when he told it to me earlier.
Also,
So the
there's some Easter eggs buried in here that we should be looking for.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be a Zaid Comics book if there's not like inside jokes that only him and I understand.
That's awesome. No, I love that kind of thing because, when like eventually readers will catch on to what the jokes are, and I think that would be really cool to like be able to sit back and like time how long it takes to for those jokes to start catching on and going around and stuff, because I think that brings a level of fan involvement into your book that you just don't get from especially the big two, where it's just this mechanical type of, you start here, in here. There's, there are some jokes, but there's no inside stuff or no hidden little gems like that. I like that kind of attitude and thinking towards things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a cool project too. Do you guys want to go through the tiers?
Sure.
So you have the feature one at 45.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this,
It's okay.
we just
Uh,
changed that one last night because Adam Post had suggested changing the name. It's the same tier and everything like that. We just changed the name. And also, I changed the image on it to have a yellow background in order to attract more attention, because I was watching, I have a graphic design background. It's my profession, and so I like to learn as much as I can about that. And so I was watching this YouTube video of this
Sim, you want to lock on
guy
your screen?
Oh, we're locked.
was
Okay.
yeah, that'd be a good idea. And I was watching this graphic designer who was talking about movie posters, and he was talking about how you could identify a low budget independent film by its movie poster, because generally they have yellow in there because yellow is a cheap way of attracting attention. And so I changed the background of that signed comic and signed ash can tier to a yellow background in the attempt to attract attention for the people.
yeah. So
So,
this tier
that
is
might be something to take into consideration if you're trying to run a campaign. Subtle things like that do make a difference.
Yep. So with that
yeah,
tier,
and
you
this
get the signed book and the behind the scene book.
Yeah, the Ashcan. It's going to have our 12-page pilot issue, which is kind of like a trailer to get you ready for the book. And then it's going to have concept art. It's going to have, some scripting in there so you could see how the script will translate to a page. And then also some of the assets that we've created for the game we were in development for. Brandon made some sprite assets for the side-scrolling beat 'em up. So that'll be really interesting to see how that would have translated into a game and kind of like the backstory of making it.
Very
Sweet.
cool.
Awesome. Are you guys so? Do you have any plans in the work to actually turn this into a video game?
We would love to. I still have all the documents on the characters and the staging of the game, and the kind of like flow of it. And I
Mm-hmm.
actually sent my boss a write up for it a few weeks ago because we were getting ramping up to get to a time where we're going to be starting a new project. So I just shot him that. So hopefully this would be great. If this takes off, and then the game will probably be in high demand, and this will be the first time that anyone would have had anything that deals with the property.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Do you guys know DJD at all?
I've seen him on YouTube and Twitter and stuff like that.
You should get to know him.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is big in the gaming world.
that's awesome.
He would definitely be a good friend to make as far as trying to get a video game, made. If your boss decides he wants to pass on it, he's got a
Yeah,
lot of connections that I think would definitely help you guys out.
yeah, it's
That'd
awesome,
be
and that's a
awesome.
great thing about this community. Everybody wants to help each other. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like some kind of foreign thought process that people want people to succeed and make a lot of money and be. I tried to explain this. I tried to explain Comicsgate to somebody the other day, and they were like, "So let me get this straight. You're a bunch of people making comics and other stuff who all get together and help each other out to try to make as much money as possible." I was like, "Yeah, basically," and they were like, "Man, that's just so bourgeois and capitalist that I don't know what to say." I was like, "Okay, this conversation's over with right now," and just walked away because people don't understand that. We're here. We are here to do this. We're here to make money. But if I can help you make some money, good Lord, I'm going to help you make some money because if I like the project, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Comicsgate is so simple that a lot of people don't understand it because it's not hard enough. I don't get that one, but whatever.
Well, I've always viewed it as, by helping others succeed, eventually it's going to help you succeed. I mean, it's in your best interest to see all of these books get funded and get published and printed and into the hands of as many people as possible, because it's only going to expand the movement and bring more people in and bring more creators in. It's a waterfall.
Yeah.
But anyway, we digress. We were going through the tiers. We got a little off track. But that's all right.
Yeah, sure.
$25.
So, yep, your basic 88-page graphic novel signed by us.
All right, cool. And then we have digital for 25. Okay, good.
Yeah, so this one has no shipping on it. You'll just get it. It's great for the people that are overseas.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, at first I used to be probably one of the loudest people against digital, but as I've had a few come my way just through it being included in a physical copy that I've had and gotten used to, having it ready to go on my tablet as opposed to having to carry the book around with me if I want to go read it somewhere else. I'm starting to become a big fan of digitals.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Yeah, I'm slowly
Yeah, it
coming
makes
around
everything
as
real
well.
nice and easy.
I'm still old school. I'm old fashioned. I want the book. I'm never going to be one that probably just backs a digital tier, because I want that book in my collection to have and to hold. If the power ever goes out or the apocalypse happens, I'm grabbing my stack of books and I'm throwing the tablet to the wind.
Yeah.
But it is nice to have, as far as kind of like an archive, like you said, Nick. Travel purposes. If you're going on a trip, you don't want to throw 10 graphic novels into your satchel and take it on the plane. But if you can put them on your tablet and you've got them right there at your fingertips, it's definitely it's a big plus. And like you said, it makes it a lot easier for international backers to jump on board your project, because then they don't have to worry about paying an arm and a leg for that shipping fee. I mean, that international shipping can really bite you in the butt trying to ship books overseas. But digital, you just send it right to them. They've got it, and you're good to go.
It might be cool to add an add-on as a digital for the tiers that bought the physical copy. Maybe put like a free add-on or like a $5 add-on or something like that, just so that they could get a digital copy too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can do that for sure.
Yeah, that's should probably do that.
I mean, you're not going to hurt yourself by getting more of your book out there. There's no way that you can do that unless it's just like a terrible, unless it's like a bad book. But I don't see that happening. So the more that you can get that out there, I think the better off that you're going to be. We'll move on here. We got 2 signed comic books for $45. That's good.
Yeah, definitely for those collectors out there who want to save one or sell one.
Yeah, that
Naughty.
CG resale market is real big, man. There's people out there that they don't want to do the Indiegogo thing, or maybe they missed the project and you've got that extra copy, throw it up on eBay or whatever, and boom, you can easily make your money back and then some.
Yeah,
sure.
Next up is signed book plus naughty prints. Now let's talk about that there for a second, because
You have piqued my interest.
I think that's the big reason why we did that. So the covers, I'm a huge fan of drawing female anatomy, and so the covers have a lot of femininity on them. And Phil insisted that we censor them so that we could hit a broader market, which in realistically, it's probably a good idea. However, I'm a fan of looking at stuff. So I think that there's a lot of people that are a fan of that too. And, referencing some very successful comic book campaigns, something like Lady Death or anything from Coffin Comics, stuff like that. They have their naughty tiers, and they sell really, really well. And I think, if you're going to have female characters, things like that, people want to see that, so that's why we have that here. It's available for the people who enjoy the finer things in life. And, you get your hands on those prints. They're 11 by 17s, and they don't have the censorship on them. And it goes down to as simply as the original drawing was drawn, or the original cover was drawn, and then there was something added in to censor it. And so they're not like too different from each other. And the censorship works really nicely in them too. So, they're both really nice pieces of art.
Excellent.
Actually, since we've been on streams and stuff and talking about that tier, there's been a lot of people interested in getting that tier. So I think that fourth cover that hasn't been drawn yet is going to have to be especially gratuitous for those fans.
Yeah, it's funny when you start talking about that type of tier, how quickly everybody shows up to be like, "Oh yeah, I like that stuff," But they won't say it out loud until it's brought forth by somebody else. But as soon as it's talked about, everybody's like, "Yeah, let's do this."
I mean, there's we're all here living on Earth, so
Yeah, and then it's funny, like you'll have you got guys like Vinny Tartamella, who's just like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna make 2 art books. It's nothing but it. So
yeah, I think what's it? That Sugar Lightspeed comic book. There's like an entire book that's like a gratuitously sexual version or something. Naughty for
I don't even remember what it's called. It's by Slick Jimmy.
Slick Jimmy's
Little Girl Lethal.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the one I bought. So
I got you. I understand now.
Cool. So we got the comic and Ashcan plus 4 prints for $65.
Yep, that's for the person who really wants to collect and get into everything that we have. I mean, we have some more stuff available, but that's like your definitive bundle. So you get the 4 cover prints that are the censored ones. You could get the Ashcan behind the scenes book, and then you get the comic. It's a little bit of a deal, and you don't have to buy the posters individually as add-ons.
Yeah, and to stress that, Indiegogo has that add-on section, so we do offer any of the prints in our add-on section, including the Elliot Fernandez cover for the behind the scenes. So those add-ons are great. We've had some people pick some of those up already.
Yeah, that his cover came out really well. I think the covers go well with it as well. It's just the boy can draw. Everybody can say what they want to about him, but he's got talent coming out of every which way and sideways of his body. So it looks really good, though. I'd seen the black and white, but I hadn't seen the colored, and that's perfectly done.
Yeah.
With the type of mood and everything, and how it keeps to those. It keeps to that style of coloring from the 80s and stuff like that. It looks really good.
Yeah, definitely. Our colorist killed it. Like just adding those neon borders. And it's the same colorist for our interior of the book also. He's been having a blast doing this 80s palette, and he's super like super malleable and diverse with what he could color and the different styles he uses. This is the same colorist that is doing Hero Blood of Patriots. So it's a totally different color style. Like he uses brush strokes on that book, and here he's using the half tones to make it look retro. And on some of the covers, he's even doing like a paper overlay to make it look older. So yeah, we're super happy to be working with Eugene.
Sweet. That does look good.
So we got
All right.
the five comic bundle.
Yeah, this is kind of our retailer pack. Comes with the 5 books, and on top of that, we're having a retailer poster that's going to be specific for, if you want that poster for comic stores, kind of like advertisement, you can put it up on the window for your store.
Now, do you have to be a retailer to get this tier? Okay, good.
Yeah.
So next, with the nice little jacket.
Yeah, we got the executive producer tier. Now, this was the idea that I just came up with while I was lettering the book. On the first few pages, the book opens up like a TV show intro. So on every panel is a different credit name. It says, my name as the screenwriter, Brandon's name as the costume and set designer because he's the artist. And we get to an executive producer credit, and if you buy this tier, you'll be credited as one of the 2 executive producers in the book.
Oh wow.
Because you contributed a lot to the campaign, and on top of that, you get the book and the behind the scenes ash can, as well as this awesome 80s jacket, kind of like a crew member jacket that is going to have Magic Cop on the back. It's going to say Zaid Comics on the back, and it's going to have your name embroidered on the front. So you'll be a crew member of the book.
That's really cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's a nice.
That's very unique.
Yeah, that's a nice tier. And that jacket, every time I see that jacket, I think of the Goldbergs. Like I can see the mom of the Goldbergs wearing that jacket around, with her blonde hair just going everywhere. So yeah, that's an interesting idea. I like it when people put in tiers like this because it shows that you guys are being creative and thinking ahead and everything. But it allows your readers to feel like they're a part of something that's truly, truly special, and I like this a lot.
I think that one that sold, on the first day. So that thing was somebody really wanted that
we've
one.
got people in Comicsgate that are all over these kind of tiers.
Yeah.
I mean, I can almost guess within 5 guesses as to who purchased it. Now, I'm not going to try to dox any of your backers, but I almost guarantee I can narrow it down to 5 people that probably purchased that. And I think it should be of note that there was only 2 available. 1 was purchased, so there is only 1 of those remaining. If you want to get in on that executive producer tier, get that jacket, get your name in the book as an EP, there's only 1 left. So jump on it.
That's right.
There can only be 1. And the last one, the Elliot Fernandez cover.
Yeah, man, this cover is so sick. He killed it on this. You with this tier, you get both books, the 88-page book and the ash can, as well as the original penciled and inked cover art. And I just love how it came up. We really wanted to hit that kind of like movie poster-esque cover style.
Congratulations, you hit the home run on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks like the cover of a VHS box.
Yeah, and we got our Magic Cop team there, Iggy, Grey Wolf, and Helly. I just love it, and the colors, like we were saying earlier, just blasted out of the park. And Elliot was showing the actual piece on his Instagram stream the other day, and he's playing with like new nibs for his inking pens, and just getting in on the detail on the sunglasses, just the lines. It's just so cool.
Awesome. That looks really good. And that's something that whoever gets that, how many is there? There's 1. Whoever gets that is going to have a really, really nice piece of art. And something that's definitely. I think that's a steal at that price for his level of talent and the way he draws.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a good tier for any kind of major collector out there like that. And Comicsgate's full of them. I mean, that's basically what Comicsgate is in some aspects. It's just nothing but a bunch of whales who like comic book art.
It's
We
very
got
true.
we got Carl O'Roe in the chat. He's saying yo. So
Yo,
Awesome.
Carl. Now
Just
I've got a
talking about-
question here for you boys. I'm gonna try to play devil's advocate a little bit here. So let's say I want to do the 5 comics bundle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get the 5 comics bundle. It comes with the retail poster, but I also want the 4 naughty prints.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really easy.
Yeah, you can just add them on in the add-on section of, after or when you do like your cart or whatever, however they do it on Indiegogo. Yeah, so you can just do add-ons because in the add-on section, I guess you can't see them until you're going to buy something, right? So
Yeah, it's when you're checkout.
So we have all of the variants of the covers. So there's the censored ones, and then there's the uncensored ones, and then there's Elliot's cover colored, so you could buy that as a print. You could buy Pablo's cover as a print, and then there's sticker pack, and then you could add on the behind the scenes ash can if you want, or you could add on another book. Say, you bought the 5, but you needed a 6th one or whatever. You could add on another one.
Because you have 6 rooms in your house and you want
Right.
one in each room.
6 bathrooms in the house.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's awesome. So like, because like I'm actually looking at the exclusive members pack right now. So if I
sweet.
wanted to get the exclusive pack, I can get the exclusive pack. I can also add on a second signed book, and I can get the 4 naughty prints if I wanted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, hello, Asmat.
Good evening. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How's everybody?
Oh, hey, Elasmat. What's
Hey.
up, buddy?
Long time no speak to some of y'all. I've been very, very busy. I don't know if you guys knew, but I finished a rough cut of the book, so I'm in the editing stages now.
Sweet.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Sweet, that's really good, man.
Yeah, so I try to want to enjoy the next few weeks, so I want to try to do as many streams as possible to help other people and see what's going on.
Sweet.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah, that's something that I can that I always stress to people is like when you get to a certain point in your campaign where it's either going to get funded, it has gotten funded, or you've gone in demand. When you hit one of those 3 levels, take a little break, go have fun with your team, and hit some streams and stuff like that. Because if you just sit there trying to watch the money and get obsessed with the numbers, it'll break your brain. And you'll fly off the handle to somebody at some point in time, and then that'll just be the end of it. So, I always take time to enjoy your success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely don't want to lose the joy, period. I think if you lose the joy, it's going to reflect in your work, and I have to remind myself of that.
Yep.
So I'm just sharing my others' joys right now. I know a lot of people got their stuff funded, so I've been sharing in their joy. So, try to enjoy what's out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Hey, we got a couple of newcomers in the audience. We got Lewis Michael. He says hello there, first time here. Thank you for joining us. Welcome.
welcome.
Cyborg Valkyrie is also in the chat. She says, "Why do I hear Coach's voice?" I don't know who sounds like Coach.
I don't know.
Me.
Is Coach Malin here? Did he sneak in on us?
I don't think so.
Aaron's not here, is he? Because he's half speed Malin.
Okay, so maybe we'll get. Do you want me to get Aaron?
She says, "Haven't we established that it's you?" I'm Malin too. I can't be everybody, can I?
No, yeah.
You don't.
You're supposed to be
don't sound
half speed Yellow Flash.
That's what I thought.
No,
I'm
you're
so glad
you're
someone
full
pointed it
speed
out.
Yellow Flash. It's true. Full speed Yellow Flash.
I'm glad somebody pointed it out because you do sound like Yellow Flash.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently I get that a lot all of a sudden.
I could hear it.
My Yellow Flash impersonation it's gone off the charts.
Do it again.
You're a bitch, Nasser.
That's him.
So guys, everybody go check out Magic Cup Drop Dead Legs comics.
Yeah, and we have if Simon, if you could scroll down to that Madam Sith
Madam
thing,
Sith.
I actually have. Oh, it's the last picture in the campaign of that
That
Medusa
one?
chick.
There you go.
This is our like she's a leader of a prostitution ring in the city, and I want to show you this awesome fan art that Vic King did. I'm gonna put it up on my screen if I could share screen.
On your screen? Perfect.
Yeah, let's see here.
Well, on
Sharing
you?
screen.
Oh, I think I saw this one you posted the other day. Yeah, this is really going to be good.
Yeah, this is Vic King's fan art that he did the first day we launched. And we're actually offering this as a free print for whoever backs while watching this stream.
That's sweet.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
So if you guys back during the stream, you know, or back using the link in the description, then we'll send you this print colored by our colorist for free.
You'll have to
But-
notify somebody that you use that link, though.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I assume that he used, Sim put the link in from his name. So if it's coming from Sim's name,
we
send you a link.
normally don't do that.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, as promoters, we
We
like
don't take
we
gifts
tend to
for that.
take we don't really take credit for promotion, as it were. A lot of time, a lot of creators. We were talking about this morning, actually. They'll offer something special for top referrals or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We always take our name out of the hat for that kind of thing. We don't want payments or anything like that for what we do. We do this because we want to do this because we believe in these projects. It's not because we're doing it for freebies or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Yeah, but I just wanted to.
But definitely, anybody listening to this stream right now, anybody watching this stream right now, share this out. Get the word out there. If anybody backs Magic Cop before this stream is over, they're going to get this free print.
Yeah, definitely.
and it's a good print. I mean, that looks really, really good.
I like it. I like it
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
I like those nipples a lot.
That's what's
Yeah,
gonna
Vic
sell
is
that
awesome. It's so cool seeing your characters in someone else's style. Someone getting excited about it and putting it out there. So
Yeah,
definitely want to offer this up for people.
yeah, but I was the first.
That's true.
Yeah,
You were the
you
first.
were. You were
Yeah.
the first.
You were the first fan art. That art's so cool.
Oh,
And
that's not surprising. Sim's always the first fan art.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
Yeah,
And
they were one of the first ones to have it before they launched.
Yeah, that's true.
You're in a small and rare club right there.
We're very excited. Like seeing your characters, like I said, it's the craziest, coolest thing ever in someone else's style.
Yeah, I kind of liked it when I saw Canales doing my character, and yeah, and the other day Joe Ball did the same thing.
Yeah,
They drew Vincent, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Vic did the same thing.
Yeah,
It has definitely got to be somewhat of a surreal experience to see somebody else, take such interest in something that you created, to do a piece of fan art like that. Like, you at that point, that you've touched someone,
Yeah.
you've gotten through to somebody that they've taken the time out of their day to pay homage to what you created. That's what it's all about, man. Creating stuff is you want it to affect people. And you want it to get through to people. So that's a big payoff in my mind.
definitely. And like, it's one thing to pay someone to because I'm a writer and I don't draw. Pay someone to draw your characters, and you're like, wow, that's really cool. But someone that's not getting paid to draw them just because they like it is amazing.
Yeah, that's next level.
Yeah, definitely. So cool.
So
Man,
while we're here and we have Asmat, boom. Do you want to plug it quickly, or? Yeah.
So Road Warrior Drake. Actually, so I announced it on Twitter yesterday, but this is my first time saying it on live stream. I'm looking at either September 13th or September 16th as the date of the launch of the campaign. So, in about 3 weeks, the campaign will launch for Road Warrior Drake. So if you go to roadwarriordrake.com, for simpler memorization, roadwarriordrake.com goes right to the Indiegogo, sign up for the mailing list. I am promising all kinds of nice perks for those that back the book. So I'll be announcing those perks officially in a couple weeks. But yeah, definitely check it out. If you like your heroes badass, if you like kick-asses, if you're not afraid of toxic masculinity, by all means, sign up for it.
Weren't you say did I catch you say something about that you were doing like a manga sized book?
Yes, because you know, I know that a lot of people are collecting manga. It's overtaking U.S. comics, and I'm thinking the size of the comic might be appealing to those that collect manga. So I want to kind of get that crowd in.
Are you
Cool.
gonna do it backwards?
You know, I didn't think about that.
You got to do it, but you got to do it
have to do it
backwards.
backward.
Yeah, if you don't and you try to sling that to the manga crowd, they'll eat you alive if you don't.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's
That's
a very
right.
good point.
Yeah, you can't go right to left in that. You have to go left to right. They'll
Very true.
absolutely they'll absolutely murder you if you don't. That's
Very
like
true.
that's like when we had Iron Skies on here and we were talking about the
Talking about the gears.
yeah, how picky steampunk community is. Try to go and flip something to the manga crowd that isn't like laid out like they want it, and you'll hear about it real quick.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Hey, McGee. McGee in the chat.
Hello, Maggie.
Crystal.
Key.
So go sub to Road Warrior Drake.
Also, go to his if nobody has heard the Road Warrior Drake interviews, they're absolutely hilarious. If you ever get a chance to be interviewed by Road Warrior Drake, you should take it up and be glad and be happy because you must rejoice in your good fortune because that shit is funny.
Yeah, hit me a DM if you want to plug your stuff. Hit me a DM. I'm prepared to get roasted.
So let's give a little shout out to Mr. that cannot be here for the moment, who just got funded. So Adam Post, congratulations.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats,
That's
man. Very good.
Awesome.
101%. Mr. made it. So go check out College of the Dead. Still 13 hours to go. Let's give him a little push.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not getting
Hello,
no
Romain.
audio.
How's it going? Right on time. Look at this. Last little shout out before. Go check out Death Sworn by Cal Oren. Oh, Rope, sorry.
Oh yeah, that one looks awesome.
So you're right on time, Romain. Want to plug the book? Oh,
I don't think you can hear us.
I think he's having an issue.
Yeah, we'll come back to him.
Okay, I hear you.
You got me?
There we go.
Yeah,
Hey, buddy.
Welcome, Romain. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
Excellent.
Congratulations on getting your book funded, brother.
Yes, congrats.
Funded and climbing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
108%. That's sweet.
Nice.
Want to give the little pitch?
Well, Fireshine is like I said, like Kingdom Hearts meets the Matrix, where these genetically modified beings were manufactured to enter different dimensions to try to invade heaven. But because of one of the other demons changed their plans and decided to let them out early, basically letting them to escape, they created their own civilization and created a whole continent that floats in the sky, like a floating spaceship. So the story takes place 300 years after that. And basically the demons are invading that ship. It's like there's a bubble over it, so they have their own atmosphere like a shield. And basically they're breaking in and they're cloaking. But the big brother, he senses that there's something wrong. and all his siblings are trying to fight him to prove how strong they are. And that's the first chapter until the thing breaks in, and then it's all fighting and hell breaks loose. And,
All hell breaks loose.
yeah, we get to find out more about the origins of the characters and the origins of the world itself. But it's really cool, fast-paced anime, Dragon Ball style, Naruto type deep lore.
And how many pages is this total?
50.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 right now. But I have a lot more written. I'm planning this to be a very long story.
Are you planning on doing like I guess like what are your other than the poster? What are you planning on doing for stretch goals? Do you know?
I was thinking like cards or like stickers or something.
Well, you hit a sweet spot with me when you say trading cards because that's my jam.
Yeah. Oh, I have
really
a sketch
popular.
card. Yeah, where is it? I can't find it right now, but I have a little sketch card pack that I've been doing art on. I was thinking about doing that. Oh, here it is. Let me show you one. One I did of Fireshine. Can you see it?
Yep. Looking cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, trading cards are blowing up in the scene here. Everybody's offering them up.
Yeah, that's what I was noticing too. I was like, maybe I should do that.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the resurgence of trading cards. I mean, that was when I was a kid, man. I mean, I was all about like the old X-Men trading cards, and I mean, pretty much they did trading cards for everything back then. I mean, they had Batman the movie trading cards.
I still have those, man.
Dude, that's awesome.
I
That's
love those
awesome.
cards. Yeah, I love the Batman cards.
The first Batman movie
Yeah.
trading card. Yeah, and
Unopened
but
packs.
I had Wildcats, the chromium cards.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, hot ones.
Remember when
Yeah,
they did the panoramic ones?
Yeah,
So your tiers, the first one is $12. You get the 50-page book. Then after that, at 21, you get a T-shirt.
yeah. I have two different T-shirts, but nobody backed it.
Oh, there's the second one. 23, you get the Fireshine #1 special edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk about the special edition. What makes that so special?
Well, I want to put like all my like older art that I have because I have redid the story so much. Redrawn the first chapter because my style improved so much that I had to go back and change things because it's like a dramatic change.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I mean, as an artist, you should always be improving. I mean, Sim can talk about that with Bloodhunt.
Yes.
He completely redid Bloodhunt from the original.
Yep,
I
3
heard-
times.
Yeah, man. So it's like I have, sketches for characters and technologies and all kinds of stuff I want to, put in there so people can see like behind the scenes of how this was all created.
And so you do you're a traditional artist,
Yeah,
pencil and paper kind of guy.
yeah. But I do the colors on Clip Studio.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you can get 2 signed copies for $24.
Yeah.
2 special edition book for $46. You get the 2 T-shirt pack for $70. And what's this Fireshine Ultimate pack for $270?
Yeah, that comes with an original page.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a deal. You get the book. So what are you all getting that one?
You get the Fireshine comic book, the T-shirt, the Fireshine poster, T-shirt number 2, plus a random comic book page. And there's
Yeah.
10 available.
Yeah, man, that's a good deal. That's a hell of a deal. You know, anytime, man, anytime you're giving away original art for, I mean, under, you know, hell, $300. I mean, that's a steal for some original artwork like that.
Yeah.
And Fireshine Art Collector, $500. You get an original art illustration. 4 of them, or because there's 4 of them available, or you get 4 illustrations.
Yeah. 1 out of 4. It's a
Okay.
huge illustration.
So I would say go take out that little 4 there, so people don't think you're gonna give them 4 each.
Oh yeah.
You already have the 4 here limit, so just take that one out because people are gonna think they're getting 4.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I see that. Yeah.
Other than that, you're fully funded.
Yeah.
So
I just want more people to read it, man. More people to back. I know the people are gonna be surprised.
You're this book's definitely on my list to back coming up here soon. So I'll definitely be one of them. I'm a big fan of your art style and everything. It's the best way I can describe it is I like how it's got that like spray paint and mural like on the side of a building type of look to it with all this beautiful color in it. It's mind blowing. It's really good.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it definitely has a real street art vibe to it.
That was unintentional, but yeah.
I mean,
it's got
there's
lizard
nothing
people.
wrong with that, man. I mean, it's unique. You know, it's something that that you don't see everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I try to make it, a unique, very unique, because like so many mangas and animes now, they look the freaking same.
Oh yeah, sure.
Everything is the same. Even in comics, like everything is the same. I'm like, screw that, man. I'm gonna make my own. I'm gonna make a whole different style and make that shit cool.
Yeah, good on you. I appreciate that because we definitely have room for different styles. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, there really is no. You know, we were actually this morning before we started the weekend woke up. We were talking about how Comicsgate doesn't have any kind of set style. I mean, you can bring almost anything to the table as long as it fits the story. It's going to be fine. You know, we're talking about Samurai and Dinosaurs, how it's got I don't even really know. It's kind of a cartoony style, but it works with the story so well that you don't really even notice it.
Yeah.
And Miss Crystal McGee was very kind enough to send a preview of her book, The Good Night. And you talk about something that's very unconventional artwork by Francisco Nardi. It's just absolutely gorgeous, off the wall, weird, creepy, but it's unlike anything that I've ever seen in any kind of comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that book.
Me too.
So
Yeah, I'm sorry, what?
I said, what's it called again?
The Good Night.
The Good Night?
Yep.
Yeah.
KNIGHT.
Okay. I gotta check that out.
Same.
Yeah, it's great. Really good.
I got to take off, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks for being on. Appreciate it.
Cool. I'll see you guys soon, and take care.
All right.
Yeah, have a great day.
Yep.
Peace out, man.
So go back Magic Cup.
I'm sticking around.
Excellent.
Yeah, talking about trading cards. Like before, we have some of our future stretch goals. Like if we get there, we would definitely want to do trading cards and more with. We're going to do some with Pablo Romero because just his art style for Magic copies is so awesome. So we're gonna hit up some trading cards with him drawing that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trading card thing seems to be taking off in Comicsgate world. I think that's at first I wasn't a true believer in them, but I am now after just seeing some of the stuff that some people have brought to the table, because it seems like everybody's starting to catch the trading card bug. Everybody's trying to one up each other as far as the looks or what they do or this, that, or the other, and that's never a bad thing, because that just means that there's going to be more creativity and all that coming in, and that's just more added value to a campaign in a book.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely, man. Healthy competition never hurts anything. It makes things better.
Yeah, yep, that's for damn sure.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that I've noticed come out of Comicsgate is that everybody wants everybody to succeed, and everybody wants everybody to push themselves as far as possible to be the best they can be.
Yeah.
Whether it's giving each other art tips or writing tips or campaign tips, whatever it is, we want to see everybody at their absolute best.
Yeah, that's what I really love about Comicsgate. It's really awesome.
And Romaine, I did drop Crystal McGee's link to the Goodnight in the chat if you were curious to check out her campaign page. She is still in demand, but she's getting ready to print, so it's not going to be in demand for a whole lot longer.
Okay.
Yeah, that book's awesome.
Definitely do that.
Man, Sim, I love this guy in the top hat here.
Yeah, it's a vampire. This is a scene when he's getting memories from the vampire he just fed on.
Damn, that's cool. Loving it. Super excited to see what you're doing in CG Jumpstart, man.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I mean this?
Oh yeah, I saw that on the Adam Post show last night. So cool.
Let's say it again. Oh yeah,
Wow.
that's sick.
So cool, dude.
CG Jumpstart is going to blow people's minds.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna have some stories in there. I'm excited to show everybody.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that magazine is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm doing some previews for my next project in there. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
I think they're gonna eventually have to start beating people off with a stick, because everybody that I've talked to, like the first thing that they ask me is, after can we come on the show is, what do you know about CG Jumpstart? Can you get us a hookup in that? And I'm like, man, you got to talk to the people involved, the people who are running that. But everybody's always asking the same question. How do we get in on this? How do we get in on this? And I think the fact that it's not going to be like a web thing, but it's going to be an actual magazine that comes to your house, and you can have it just like Wizard used to be, man. That's going to be something that is going to really, really set it apart from everything else. And I love how everybody is just like jumping over themselves to get into these into that magazine. So that's really, really good.
Yeah. Considering when I first talked to Steve Dye about it, we had a nice long conversation, about what was going to be in the book. And he was like, yeah, it's going to be probably 72 pages of, articles and short stories and some preview art and this and that. And like 2 weeks later, we had another meeting, and he's like, yeah, we're looking at about 106 pages. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, dude, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't know if we can make it even any bigger at this point. He's like, I'm trying to get as much into it as possible without just completely, breaking the bank on the damn thing. But
I think a lot of it is Gat just being super excited and being like, yeah, I want that story looks awesome. Let's put that in here, and just seeing all these really cool ideas come together and wanting to show it off.
Yeah, and I've seen some of Joe Ball's stuff, and it looks freaking awesome. It's gonna be loaded of comics.
I got a slight glimpse at the preview of the cover, and I about lost my shit, man.
Yeah. That cover's gonna be on fire.
Yeah, it's going to be something you're going to want to hang on your wall.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, it's
That's cool.
astounding. It really is.
Yeah.
Excited about that.
Yeah, McGee goes CG Jumpstart. Well, to put it short and sweet, yeah, Zaid Comics says it's a wizard / heavy metal magazine
Yep.
that Comicsgate is putting together. It's run by Gat Hanzo and Steve Dye are the I would say the masterminds behind it. It's going to include, like I said, short stories, preview art. It's going to have some serials in it that are going to go from continue from magazine to magazine. You're also going to have articles from Adam Post, Steve Dye himself. I'm going to have a article in there on rising writers in Comicsgate.
Ooh,
Previews
that's
of
awesome.
upcoming projects.
Yeah, it's going to have previews of upcoming Indiegogo projects. Yeah, like you said, imagine Wizard, Heavy Metal, and Shonen Jump smashed into one with Comicsgate. We're just revolving all around Comicsgate.
Could I give you guys a sneak peek of my story that's going to be in there?
Sure.
Yeah, as long
Awesome.
as it's been approved by Steve Dye, because I don't want him jumping on my ass for anything.
I mean, I've showed it on streams before because
Okay.
I've showed this before. Like, I made this a while before I
According
talked.
to Steve Dye, we're allowed to show it, just not ruin it. We're
All
allowed
right,
to show
awesome.
some stuff.
This is the page that sold Steve and Gat on it.
Oh yeah.
Tell you a little
Wow.
bit about the character. So this is part of a series for my next project that's going to be called The Lost Pages. And The Lost Pages is a book about a bunch of different heroes that live throughout this world. They come from different walks of life. And I really wanted to use these different heroes to explore different genres of writing and comics. So this is a story from a character named Wildcard. He's an ancient sorcerer from Merlin times who is immortal. So he lives from Merlin times forever. So I could basically throw him in any timeline, and he fights mythical creatures and keeps these gods from crossing over into our world. And in this story, in this 4-page story, he gets into a tussle with Anubis, the Egyptian god of death.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
That's
McGee
awesome.
asked exactly what I was gonna ask. Can you reveal your artist on this?
Oh yeah, sure. My artist, he'll be working on this story and some other stories in the Lost Pages. His name is Maxi Dallo. He's the artist that's doing the Jack Iron Steel Cowboy series.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So yeah, he's from Argentina, and yeah, he just finished up the second 4-page story. So what I'm doing for each of my characters is I'm doing like small short stories to kind of like show off their personality and kind of like basically like trailers. And hopefully I can get more into CG Jumpstart, maybe the next issues. But what we were talking about before is the character that we had before Magic Hop. His name's the Silhouette. So this is the Silhouette's universe. So Wildcard and the Silhouette are in the same universe, and I have a bunch of other characters that eventually will form a team and cross paths with each other.
Dude, that art is on point.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is. I love the line work on this, like the how it just shows movement and everything like that. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's so. I'm just so awesome to see this, and I'm lettering it myself. And this story specifically may not be colored for the magazine, but when it does get colored, it's gonna be colored by Kyle Ritter.
Oh,
I have
cool.
him.
Good
So,
choice.
Yeah, that's
Solid
excellent
choice.
choice. Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, this is awesome, and he has his best friend is a talking wolf named Scar. So he's kind of like the comic relief of the book.
Awesome.
Cool.
Very excited about it.
That looks great.
Thanks, guys. You guys better get on CG Jumpstart so you could read this story.
I was talking
Yeah.
to Matt yesterday about getting on, but it looks like it's kind of too late for that now. But he was saying it's gonna be more than one.
Oh yeah, man. This is
Yeah,
it's going to
so-
be a quarterly magazine, so there'll be 4 issues a year.
Yeah.
and I have no doubt in my mind whatsoever that it's gonna be a very long ongoing volume. Like Nick said, at this point they've almost got to beat people away with a stick, because everybody wants in on it. It's such a great idea,
Yeah, it is. It's so awesome. And I have another book that I'm doing also, and I want to start showing people that. Is it okay for me to show you something?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
All right, hold on.
Sim, can you center the screen a little bit on Google? On YouTube, it's a little off to the right.
Yeah, because I had the thing open.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, there we go. That's much better.
Because I had the message box open. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me turn on the light.
All right, let's see what we got here. Oh wow, that looks really good.
Crystal darkness.
Oh, sweet, man. Yeah, it looks great.
Like superheroes, like superhero style.
Nice.
Wow, man, that looks really good.
Yeah.
That's gonna do really well. I like that a lot. I like how the panels are laid out, and the faces, they're just like so there and like on point. It looks very, very good. You sir have some serious talent and chops. Oh, yeah.
Very awesome. So, dude, that's one more reason why you should get in on both of these books, on Fireshine and on Magic Cop, because these are introductions. These are people that are going places. So you're gonna want to get in on this and be like, this is the first published comic book by this person. That's a moneymaker in the long run. So get yourself 2 copies so you can have one and you can hold on to one for 10, 20 years and then sell it for a mint.
Yeah.
People got to jump on.
Just
I have more stories than that too.
Yeah.
I have other stuff that I didn't even start working on yet, but I have whole concepts, character designs, and everything for it. So I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon, man.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you got there, Philip?
So this is that character wild card, kind of a concept sketch that I put with kind of like his bio. So I'm gonna put up his bio for probably the project, maybe on my website or so. But this is how he basically looks. His origins. He has what gives him his powers. He has half of the first deck of magic. So that card that's tattooed on his arm is actually a card that's inset, that Merlin inset to his arm. So it gives him his power, puts these tattoos on his arm, and so he has the powers of the clubs and hearts suit. So he has power over nature and emotion. And so
wow, man.
When he uses his magic, gives off this really cool green magic glow on his arm, and he could never wear a sleeve over that arm. It just burns off when he puts his shirt on. And so he has his deck here in this little pouch. It's half of the deck, and we'll find out later who has the other half. And so when he pulls out a card, he could summon the magic from it and make things happen from his arm.
I really like the detail that you put into your characters.
Oh man, yeah.
As far as background and stuff like that go, man, that's I feel like that takes a special kind of talent, you got this cool looking character, but everything about him, it means something, from the missing sleeve to the tattoos on his arm to the deck and everything, man. I like that. You put a lot of thought into it. That's awesome.
Even his hair, he has white hair, but he has this little lock of hair that's half red and half black. That's from his magic Also, he didn't have that before he was imbued with the power.
I like how the card that's that's on his shoulder is the Joker card.
Yeah,
I think that's nice. That's a nice little touch.
and it has a backstory too why Merlin made that the Joker card. Has a personal meaning to him.
Oh.
I already
So-
can't wait to hear more. Like I want more of this story already.
Thanks, man. I can talk about it for hours. Like since this was one of our first characters Brandon and I made together, Silhouette being the first. So we've been working on these characters for since like 2011. I've just been writing stories and backstories and being like, oh, this would be cool for Wildcard, and now we're finally able to show them off, and I'm so excited about it.
Very cool, man. Give me Gambit vibes.
Definitely,
Yes.
man. I love Gambit. Yeah, he's cool. I didn't want him to be too much like Gambit, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, Gambit's my besides Rogue, Gambit is my favorite X-Men. I actually have Gambit #1. I'm sitting here looking at it right now, and I was doing a little comparison between the two, and it's good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Great.
Let's see here.
Well,
Here we go.
I hate to cut this short for me, but I've got to run and get some stuff done. But it was absolutely wonderful talking with you, gentlemen. Great to meet you guys, and man, I can't wait to see more from the both of you. Like I said, I think you guys are both going places, and this is just the beginning.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
man.
much.
Everybody else, everybody in the chat, have a great day. Nick,
Yes,
Sim,
sir.
Elasmat, I will talk
Likewise.
to you all later.
Have
Yeah,
a good
man,
one,
have a
buddy.
good
All right.
Hey, Nick, do you want to plug Crystal's book?
Sure, why not? What we got here is we have the Goodnight Nightmare Realm #1. It's a trail of blood, a trial, excuse me, no trail, that's right, of blood, magic, misfortune, fall, and immortal knight, hell bent on saving his master. I got to see the preview of this, and like Adam said, it's extraordinarily good. The way that the panels are laid out, it definitely it gives it shows the progression of the scenes very well in the first parts that I've seen and everything like that. It gives great action and everything, and just the story. It's not real heavy on dialogue from what I've seen of the first part, but that's a good thing in this because there are some people who show up in this, or there's some creatures who show up in this, like Death himself,
Adam.
that you don't really need any kind of like having a lot of dialogue there would just ruin it for how it is. But this book is going to be fantastic. This is the very first Comicscape book that I ever backed, and I've got two copies of it coming. So I will be having one to read and one to put away for a later date. And but I mean, it's just some of the places that she goes in this. Like, there's a book in here with a face that talks and stuff like that, and people turn into dragons and shit. It's awesome. Everybody, if you can get this book, you need to do it now because she is getting ready to go to print. If you can get it up 20K before she goes to print, then we'll get issue 2 as a stretch goal. If not, we'll just have to wait for another funding cycle. That was the first cover. Cover A is beautiful. I love the way that looks. I love that the teddy bear is the main focus on that. And then we have cover B that was done by Jean-Luc, I do believe. And that is the main bad guy. And then we have the T-shirts and everything like that. But I can't stress this enough. Go back this book because this is a fantastic book. This is everything a comic book should be. It's got action. It's got adventure. It takes you to different places. It makes you think. And the art style in it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, the way the artist draws it, he does it in charcoal. Nobody does that anymore.
Wow.
Nobody.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
Yeah, and to see that in a comic book, oh, I can't wait. I mean, I'm so excited about that book. I can't stand it.
I think this was the first CG book I backed also.
No, excellent. Great minds think alike, sir.
What's that? The Good Night?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good book. Should
Hey,
be
Mr.
interesting. I like that one too.
Hey, Mr. Funded Comic Pro Man, how are you doing?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Congratulations, bro.
Good
Good to see you, Adam.
Yeah, thanks guys, and thanks for all your guys' support. I mean, Comicsgate is so awesome. It completely made things happen, and you know that's the whole thing. You take out and then you give it back 2 or 3 times. So we're gonna all be building up everybody's campaigns and learning from experience and kicking ass.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Absolutely. But yeah, it was a great feeling today. And you know, I was wondering like if Ethan was going to try to retweet or whatnot, because he knows where things are at with people usually. He's very busy, but he keeps an eye on things. But I really like how he kind of held back till the absolute end, even when he wasn't needed. Because a couple of days ago, I was like, man, I'm like off too large. Like I really could use Ethan waving his magic wand saying, hey, you guys should back this book or whatever. Or a show or something. But it is really cool to just be like, no, you know what? Let's figure out how to promote this. Let's figure out how to pull the resources together and get people interested. And you know, like all of Comicsgate helped. It was very, very cool. And he did ultimately back. He backed the campaign, but you know, it was clear the thing was going to likely hit its total goal anyway without it. So yeah, look, this is a great group of guys. I was telling you this. Too, Romaine, like this is like a group of guys like I've seen none other.
Yeah, man, they're great.
And everybody wants everybody else to succeed, and you know, you also get that honest feedback.
Yeah.
So it's very cool. What else is happening? Sim every day. You fucking surprise me with your work. I was telling you this last night. It's like he puts out that picture. I don't know if you guys saw it of Cyberfrog that he did.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh no.
I've never seen him do anything like that, and it looked great.
I like to experiment. That one I did it during the second campaign. I just
How long
pulled it.
did something like that take to do?
That one, maybe 4 hours.
Wow, it was really great. So you can do like cartoony style and things like that too.
Mm-hmm.
He's a god.
Yeah, what can't this guy do?
Do like a fully detailed page in a day. That's not possible.
It takes more than a day.
At least 2. You know.
Wow.
I
So
can
check
do
this out.
I can do a page a day, but it won't be as detailed as what I like to do.
Interesting.
Isn't it interesting that 4 years ago today I met another Simon,
Ah,
another god of art.
wow.
This is who Sim and I bonded over, I think.
Yes.
Very cool.
Especially that he was wearing the same shirt, and it was what 3 years difference, I think.
Yeah, he has one shirt.
That wasn't yeah. And he
It's
had the
funny.
same
Is that
shirt.
Bisley?
Yeah, Simon Bisley.
Okay, I never met him.
Oh, he's
Oh,
awesome.
Oh yeah.
What's he doing now?
He was working on Alpha something.
Alpha.
Alpha King.
Yeah, Alpha King. And he's also doing some stuff like I saw some recent interviews. He was in Australia doing some cons over there, and he was saying that some of his fans that are now grown up that have money are paying him to work on indie books. So
Interesting.
I think the last indie book that he was going to do, I think he was going to do crowdfunded with this writer. It was basically like Outer Space Postal Service is a bunch of bounty hunters or like hitmen where they take contracts to take a package across the universe for mail, and then everybody's trying to get that package to take to a different planet and trying to kill each other over it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking with Scott from Door Kicker the other night, and we were just talking about different creators and whatnot. I mentioned, he could have Chuck Dixon take a shot at door kicker, and he was just like, well, I don't know if he would ever be interested in doing something like that. And the thing is, like with freelancers, and Chuck Dixon's one of them, that only dicks are going to ever look down at any of us if we have money for work. And they also understand with independent publishers, we may not have as much money. We also may not have, a worthwhile deal for them, or the timing might not be right.
Yeah.
Or they not feel like working on something. Or they may not, like if something is established, like Magic Cop is established. Could Chuck Dixon write a Magic Cop graphic novel? Yeah, the world's established, so there's no reason he couldn't do it. If he was going to work on, some new idea that's not developed, that's different work to develop the whole character and the world and all the related characters, and then, so that would be more time, more money, and sometimes guys won't want to develop, all that extra work, do all the development work, and they're certainly not going to do that as part of a page rate. They would want more money, or they might want partnership in a character. But everything is possible. If the stuff that we're doing through YouTube and crowdfunding, and that we all kind of know to do in our little local network of guys who can do stuff, we have something that other people don't have. So we should definitely have pride in being an independent publisher and knowing, like, if there's somebody you want to work with, see if somebody knows them already, reach out to them. And if not, then you reach out to them.
Yeah,
definitely.
So you can bring people on. Like you guys have Elliot Fernandez doing a cover on your first book. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Your brother was on last night on my stream. He was great.
Yeah, I came home pretty late, and I was watching. I watched the replay of it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you said you were wasting your time with girls.
Yeah.
Not really. He just said you were with the girl. That's cool. I had to talk with him too about his, and I was suggesting to him, because it's new for him to do a whole comic.
Mm-hmm.
That there's a lot of us in Comicsgate that have worked on production before. We've made a lot of comics. So right. I gave him a suggestion about how he might be able to make better use of his time. And
he was telling me. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Like just doing, but he could talk to someone like Simon. I don't know everybody's history and background. I just know there's a wealth of history.
Sure.
But, he could talk to other artists, and he should feel comfortable doing it. Everybody respects the Los Hermanos Magic Cop. What I suggested to him to go faster was to just try to break up the process so that if he was because to do layouts is a different process than doing full pencils,
right?
Or doing ink. It takes a different mentality. So no matter what work we do, and this transcends, obviously making comics, which is why I understand it. When we set up to do something, it takes a certain state of mind to be like, all right, my brain is ready to do this. And then you do that, and then, you go off to do something else. But just knowing that he's doing 2 pages at once, doing like 4 or 6 pages of layouts, getting those done will probably take less time than doing 2 pages of layouts, 2 pages of layouts, 2 pages of layouts.
Yeah.
He also knows that he's got those layouts done, and he can go execute on those other 2 pages.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So I love those little sorts of tricks. It's the only way I get stuff done. I have to do some extra shit this week. It's like, it's not possible to do it, but I have to think about how the hell am I going to do it, and then I'll get it done. That's how you do it. What else is going on with you guys? Oh, that's cool looking. Fire.
I think I'm going to Wizard World today.
Wizard's still doing cons, huh?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Wow, very cool.
Do you want to plug your book quickly, Adam?
I didn't even realize we were live, but yeah. We are broadcasting?
Yes, we are live.
Well, it's an honor to be with you on Doodle.
Welcome.
I think I told them unspeakable secrets. Let me mention College of the Dead. This is the first time I've talked about College of the Dead since it's been fully funded, because Comicsgate is amazing. So College of the Dead is fully funded. It's a 140-page graphic novel. It is not color like this beautiful page, but it is black and white. And it's completely done. So we're going to start plans for the printing. Like I'm working on that next week. I know who's going to print it. I know how we're going to distribute it, and I'm really psyched to be getting it out. And I'm going to try and deliver to people even before the end of October. So I'm going to be reaching out to everybody who's backing us, and I'm going to keep it in demand for a while, just so people who missed it out on it will be able to get it. And then, eventually we won't keep selling the same printing. We'll go into another printing, and I just want people to be able to get the book and read it. But yeah, hey, it's really great to be on with you guys, and thanks for giving me a chance to talk about the book too. It was really funny. I guess next time I'll ask you for broadcasting in case I'd say something really crazy. But on the, let me do the tiers. I'll just do the tiers, and then I'll rock and roll. On the tiers, we have the comic itself, which is 140 pages. It's black and white, and it's $25. And then we also have the comic book and an ash can. The ash can is the full script, which is 50 pages or so of that, and another 50 pages of layouts, which is how we made the book happen. And then the ash can and the book together is $50. And then we have the total set, which is the ash can, the book, and a 260-page art book, which features one panel per page, all of the artwork without the lettering. That's an 8.5 by 8.5 inch book, and it's an awesome book. And I just wanted to make it because I really love the art, and I like when people get to see what I get to see. That's so cool about the book. And there's so much more to a book than the printed copy that you get with all the lettering on it. So each of this pages were designed to be 2 panels per page. So there's really, and they're all equal size. So it just left us with an opportunity that, hey, I could make a book out of this and really show people how cool this is. So I was thrilled to do that. But, all right. I really appreciate being on. I'm going to run. And guys, it's amazing to be with you. And I will catch up on what I missed from this show a little bit later.
Have a good one.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right, guys.
Take care.
Have a good one.
Adam.
Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. Talk to you later.
Later.
So yeah, go back Magic Cup.
Yeah.
One of the very original comic from Comicsgate.
Yeah, thanks. I'm super happy. Everybody's digging it.
Yeah, and I got to read the little preview in advance.
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually publishing that preview in the behind-the-scenes ash can.
That's what's going to be in here, right?
Yeah.
With
that and a bunch of concept art and behind-the-scenes stuff.
So that would be the one that people should go for, right? A nice feature.
Yeah, I would say so, because that behind the scenes and the pilot issue really sets you up for the world. Gets you in that crime fantasy, I think.
Mm-hmm. And you technically get the full story with this. So.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that jacket thing is really cool.
Yeah, I like that jacket tier a lot. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, and we got like some different ideas from tiers from a lot of people on Twitter. Like Sean is always retweeting stuff, and he was like, "Oh, you should throw in some sunglasses." So if we hit a stretch goal, we found actually a place that sells like the kind of 80s sunglasses in bulk, and you can have whatever you want printed on the side of them. So we're going to sell some Magic Cop sunglasses with some stretch goals, throw them in with every physical perk if we get there. Just, having fun with the stretch goals and making, putting out some things that have the same theme as the 80s book,
That's so cool. Glasses.
Yeah, everybody likes a good pair of sunglasses. So.
Oh yeah.
Or as ZZ Top says, you got to get a pair of cheap sunglasses.
That's right.
So anybody?
We're also. Go on.
No, go.
Oh, I was gonna say we're also, if you guys backed Door Kickers and about the awesome book Door Kickers, we're doing a cross promotion with them right now we're having a pinup made of Magic Cop and Door Kickers that'll be a print that goes out to customers that back both books. So the kind of the scene is there's a monster in the foreground, and then on one side of the page there's a door being busted down by the Door Kickers, and the other side is the door being busted down by the Magic Cop crew, and it's kind of like this interdimensional rift has opens, and they're tracking down this monster.
That's cool.
That's
Yeah, so
cool.
it's being worked on by Ted Lehman,
Oh, word, yeah.
artist. Yeah.
He's
And-
starting to show up everywhere.
Yeah, so he's doing that, and then we're gonna have our own colorists color, each side of the page. Fun little cross promotion thing.
Yeah, Door Kickers is doing very well. Scott got funded last week, and you can get the Todd Lehman cover or the Norwal cover because Norwal, he did the variant for it, and
Cool.
It looks really, really good.
Philip read my mind. I was about to ask, like, any other project you want to plug. So you, Nick,
there is one that I want to plug real quick, Sim, and that is something that I've kind of taken a personal love for, and that's Pillowman and Blanket Boy. A lot of people get thrown off by the name of the book. Go to this IGG and go and look at the art. I will go page for page with just about anybody out there, either in Comicsgate, Indie Comics, or the big two on the art in this book. It's that kind of good. And the art is drawn by by Sean, who is also the writer in on this. And that's the cover right there of the $15 book that you can get. But if you go down, just keep going down and let's look through some of the art real quick, Sim. I mean, look at this art. I mean, this is great. The colors on point. You have the stylized and everything like that. The bodies look fine. Everything in this is good. And like I said, I will go page for page. I don't care, just about any book out there. But the story originally started out from his 3-year-old, now I think 9 or 10-year-old, and him and his son have just been writing this book together, and then he drew it, and they got a colorist coming in. But this is the kind of book that gets people into comics in the first place. It's that kind of book, and it's an all ages book. It's good to read to your kids at night, to give them to them as their first comic. For you to bring back that kid inside of you. And I'm all sold out and bought in on this book. I love everything about it. And the tiers are really, really cheap, and it's free shipping anywhere in the United States.
Want to go through them quickly?
Yeah, let's go through the tiers real quick. First tier is the $15 Superfan, and you get a physical copy with the colored cover. And then the next one is the $10 digital. And the next one after that is the Superfan variant for $20. It is a virgin cover, black and white of the original. So you don't get the Blanket Man and Pillow Boy title at the top, and it's all in black and white, which is I'm a sucker for a black and white cover. So that was the one that I backed on it. And if you keep going down, we have the Brigade Head. This is where you get pillowcases to go on a pillow, because it is Pillow Man, and you get a physical copy. And then you get the For the Kids tier, which is the kind of a like a bulk tier for retailers or whatever. You get 5 and a digital PDF. And then the last tier for $100 is all in, which you get the pillowcases, a sketch cover, the virgin cover and the original color, and an 11x17 print as well. And I mean, that's just a lot, and all of this is with no shipping. And then there's the URN. That's where they draw you into the comic itself. But like I said, this is the type everybody in Comicsgate has been wanting to see all, kid-friendly books and stuff so they can get their kids into comics and stuff like that, this is the perfect book. You've got this, and you've got stuff like umbrellas, or the Case of the Lilith umbrella, and a couple more out there, and that is it. These books are extremely important because these will get the next generation of comic book kids in it at a young age. So please, I urge you, go check this IGG out and back this book. Again, it's free shipping anywhere in the United States. So you're not, you can get that black and white Virgin variant cover for $20 out the door. And this is a project that I am very much in love with and has a special place in my heart for. And
the last tier you are in at $300, you get the digital PDF, the physical copy, the Pillowman face pillow, the 1117 print, the variant, and the super rare sketch variant.
Yep.
This is a very limited perk. You better hurry. Oh, and you get drawn in the comic.
Yeah.
There you go. I was wondering
and
if there was something missing.
Yeah. And everybody likes getting drawn into a comic. Who doesn't want to open up a comic book and see yourself in the book?
Yeah.
That's the kind of a cool thing. But this was my daily shill for this one. So thanks for letting me come in. But the story's cool. The story's solid. It's fun. It's lighthearted and everything like that. And again, I'll put that art up against anybody.
And
it looks like a super fun book.
And Romain, do you have a project you want to plug? Oh, he's not there for the moment. Asmat?
Well, as you all know, my Indiegogo is up, worldwardrake.com. So definitely check that out. And again, in 2 weeks, I will definitely be most likely launching the campaign. So I am putting the word out there for anybody that wants to host the campaign launch party. Hit me up with a DM. Let's get that going. I promise I will not get drunk on that night because it's not really bad drunk. I do not. But look, if you like kick-ass comics, you like adventure, you like the strip storytelling, and you're not afraid of toxic masculinity, check out worldwardrake.com.
Perfect. Are you back, Romain?
Yeah, it kind of was going in and out.
No problem. Is there a book you want to plug?
I don't know.
No. Okay, so
you guys plugging all the good books already. Yeah, I don't know any other book.
Have you guys seen Chongo?
Which one?
Chongo?
Jungle?
Chango. It's El Guapo's book.
El Guapo?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he had a book out.
Yeah.
Let's check this out.
It's CH instead of J. Yeah, Chango. He had it on Indiegogo. I think it's on Kickstarter also.
Is that the one?
Yeah. He had it.
It's
you think
funding.
he closed this one?
No, it's funding.
And then. Oh, really? 3 days. Yeah. I think he started though because he's almost funded.
So you're saying that
looks like Mike Mignola.
Yeah, that he has a huge Mike Mignola influence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome. Wow.
It's this demon book about this kid who sees demons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great inker. El Guapo's awesome. Super, really good with promoting everybody. He has his own show on his channel, El Guapo, and on Mondays he goes in and interviews new creators, and he actually draws your character while he interviews you. So Brandon and I will be on his show Monday.
Sweet.
El Guapo, is that Caesar?
Yeah, Caesar.
There you go. Yeah, I met him.
Yeah, Caesar. I think he wants people to back it on Kickstarter because he's around like $400 away from funding, and it ends on Monday.
Okay, give me a sec.
Yeah, because Kickstarter doesn't let you extend or anything like that.
Right.
Once you hit once your time's up, your time's up.
Let's go give him a look at Kickstarter. Even though. Oh, he's not that far. Okay,
Yeah.
That's Canadian though. Where do I change this shit? Okay, so he's close.
Yeah, he's pretty close. So
It's not letting me
yeah, go
change to American. Sorry.
when you guys go over there, check out his trailer. It's pretty cool, and that art is awesome. Like he does those heavy inks like Mignola. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Great.
Big demon guy. I mean, Caesar's been in the game for years, you know, as an inker, really honing his skills. Traditional art is great too.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Is he on Twitter?
Yeah, if you go to his Twitter, I think it's just let me see. No, I got him. El Guapo. Caesar Feliciano on Twitter, or you could search up El Guapo Comics.
Okay. Mhm.
So 87% funded, 32 hours remaining. So go 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 go. Any other project before we close?
I think that's all the ones I had to push.
And you, buddy, Nick?
Let's see here. Did blink? Let me let me check something real quick. By the way, Alternawing just got funded, fully
Oh
funded.
yeah, that's
So
awesome.
they are going to get to expand on that. And Ardana is funded now. The Ballad of Dusty Tortillas. Let's get that one moving a little bit. That would be good.
Yes, I'm talking to Stephen Kim actually about appearing on Road Warrior Drake this week, so I'm working with that right now.
Excellent. Good. That is going to be that's going to be a fun one to watch. I can't wait for that.
No.
But yeah, this one is got 29 days left. It's at 19% funded. They've got a whole new drawing. Their new artist is come through and done a really good job. Michael Beacon is coloring this, and you know they revamped and redid, and they've relaunched to try to recover some of the losses that they took during the first campaign when they sent out refunds when they didn't have to people who didn't want the new changes in the book and everything like that. And for those of us who just rolled over into it, we get a nice Canales drawing out of it, which is very nice. But this book is I've been a big fan of. I've been on the Dusty train for a long, long time, and I'm never going to get off. This book reminds me of the spaghetti westerns that I used to watch with my grandfather back in the day on Saturday afternoons, and yeah, and these are just the same. You know, it's like the only thing it reminds me of Gunsmoke a little bit, and the way that they've had it described is if Tarantino directed Blazing Saddles. So it's got a comedy element to it and everything like that, but it's good. It's going to be a good book. So go out and back that, and
you can get a nice little pinup by yours truly.
yeah, drawn by you, colored by Michael Beacon.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. That's a good good pinup. I like that.
Somebody said like you didn't sign it, and I'm like, yeah, just look there in a holster.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love westerns.
Yeah, and westerns that's something that a lot of people haven't really stepped up to the plate yet and done. I know that Kelsey Shannon's working on one, and this one are the only two that I know of.
Got
Yeah,
to
that's awesome.
working on one.
Oh, that's sweet. I really I'm working on one with my wild card character since I could throw him in any timeline. I have a western story that I'm going to do with him.
Cool.
Really cool.
And you know, other than that, we got Wisdom Comes and Grom, and that's about it.
Guys, let me ask you a question. Have you heard that video by Alterna about the new distribution that they're doing. I didn't check it out yet, but if you guys did, what did you think of it?
I think it's cool. Excited to see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that Dynamite and Alterna are kind of, they're trying going two different paths on getting like distribution and stuff like that. But I think that any kind of inroads that you can make on Diamond is good. Because there is no reason why one company should have that kind of control over that kind of market like that.
So we have
Yeah, I
Wisdom
agree.
Come here, chapter 1 at 23%. Nice little dragon story.
Mm-hmm. Lots of dragons. I like dragons.
Yeah, the art looks really cool.
That
Yeah,
looks awesome. That dragon looks awesome.
that dragon right there looks like something straight out of the Lich King off of World of Warcraft. I mean, that's beautifully done.
Yeah.
And I love how how he uses colors to move along the story and stuff like that. That's a rare thing to see. So I think this book's going to be really, really good.
And this is the cover of the book. That looks like
Yep.
an old, yeah. And another one
cool.
that you can get a nice map of the. Yeah. So go check it out. It's a really cool project. Go back Magic Cop. And go check out Blood Hunt too. Payback's a bitch and Adept in Blood.
Yeah.
$100 and we get the first stretch goal. I want that business card. So people, I did you a solid. So do me a solid and let's get this up to $5,000, please. I would really appreciate it because I want that business card badly. Because I've got a place for it on my desk. I'm gonna get it either put in a card like holder, or I'm gonna get it put in a big block of plastic. Either way, it's going to be on my desk where people can see it.
That's gonna be great.
So where's the stretch goals? There you go. At 5K, 2 backers will be randomly selected to be on the variant cover. And then everyone will get a mini print of the new final cover for the book. And it's only on this campaign that's going to be available. And the Vincent business card, which will be designed and funny.
That's awesome.
It's not going to be a Blood Hunt business card. It's a Vincent business card with his own logo.
Nice.
Excellent. Yes.
And if we ever reach the 10K, well, we have an ash can that comes in, and it's technically a story that's linked to one of my next project called Nat the Merc, where we meet the warrior princess Ulrika. It's a 10-page short story, and it's going to be printed as an ash can format, and it'll only be available to my campaigns, those ash cans.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm not gonna take more time on my campaign. Go check
This
it
is
out.
fun, guys.
Hmm?
I was saying this is fun, guys. I got to get going though.
Yeah, we're signing up.
Yeah, we're signing out.
Right.
Awesome.
That's what we're doing
Cool.
right now. So, you want to sign out first, Philip?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for watching, everybody, and thanks for these guys for having me on. It was great meeting you finally. If you guys want to hit me up and message me or anything, I'm on Twitter at GGAPhilPops, or you could go to the Zade Comics Twitter. We do have a YouTube channel, just youtube.com/Zade Comics, where we do live streams on working on the book. We also put up like reviews and updates on the comic. So head on over there and check out the book we're working on, Magic Cop. You can go to zadecomics.com. And we'll take you to the Indiegogo page or search it up on Indiegogo. And thanks again for having me, guys. This was super fun. It was awesome talking and showing everything off. Talking
Not a
about the
problem.
scene.
Thank you for reaching out and coming on.
Yeah.
It was
Thank
a
you so
pleasure
much.
having you on.
Thanks, guys.
And Asmat?
Again, thanks for having me on, guys. This was fun. I like hearing about all the other projects. Again, if you guys need to promote your stuff, DM me. World Warrior Drake is waiting for you guys to push new artists out there. And catch my radio show. I have a radio show every Tuesday, 9 o'clock p.m. called Fantastic Fanatic on televisionradio.com. So check me out there. Helping to fight the culture war and promoting good stuff. Appreciate being on with some great pros, Simon and Art City, and all you guys. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate being a part of this panel.
And Romain?
Thanks again, man. Like, I really appreciate it. This has been a new experience for me, you know, just now, you know, starting streaming and everything. I'm glad, you know, Simon, everybody, Adam, everybody's helping me out. And guys, please back Fireshine, man. You won't regret it. This is going to be the new action manga that you have been waiting for, you know? Not just the same old, guys. Thanks again, man. Love you guys.
And the master promoter?
You can follow me on Twitter at tinfoilhatnick. You can also sub to my channel on YouTube at Dewey Fund Them and How. And you can catch me at 10 a.m. every Saturday morning on Arch City Comics, and then again at 2 p.m. here on Doodle and Chill. Thank you all for coming on. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to all y'all and getting to get all this great stuff out. Congratulations on all the success that you guys have had so far. And here's to many, many more, much, much more success in the future to come.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm Sim, so it was a pleasure. Go check out BLOODHUNT, 5K. Let's do it. And have a good night. See you all. Good day. See you all next Saturday. Goodbye.
Later.
All right.